what is going on? It is Eliezer here with a new video, and in this video I want to talk about why I decided to drop out of college and what the transition was like dropping out of college and moving into the entrepreneurship life. And before I get into the video real quick, first off I want to give you two disclaimers. One is I'm really tired right now. I just got back from the gym. I've had the biggest headache, so I had to take some Tylenol, but I still want to put out this video for you so I can maybe give some value, maybe just chat with you, just chill right now and just chat with you. It's about it's 11 p.m. right now my time, so the vibe, the mood is there right now. But yeah, the other thing real quick before I talk about this is down below I'm gonna have two links. One link is gonna send you to my free training, and in this free training I'm gonna show you the exact same methods, the same exact tools, tactics, and systems that I have in place to get clients, and my clients use the same exact method and everything. So if you want to watch that training and then book a call at the end of the call with me, feel free to hit the link down below. And then another link is going to take you to a free Facebook group. So if you want to join a Facebook group where there's like-minded individuals such as myself, maybe there's new agency owners, maybe there's people that are already very experienced, there's other coaches. If you want to just connect with other people and just bounce ideas off each other, maybe help each other out, or even give someone else some extra guidance, feel free to join that. The link's going to be down below for that. But yeah, besides that, let's get into the video. How I dropped out of college. So I dropped out of college when I was 19, I believe, 18 or 19. I was actually 18. I was going to be 19. So I graduated high school in Medford, Oregon, Phoenix, Oregon, same thing. And I graduated with like a 2.2 GPA. I was terrible. I did not like school. I never did. And essentially, I didn't really want to go to school to begin with, or college. I was going to go to the Air Force when I was 18. And what happened was, when I was 18, it was about February or March. Actually, it was March. I ran into an ad by Tai Lopez. And yeah, Tai Lopez, right? Anyways, Tai Lopez, he was the first ad I ever saw about social media marketing. And I became obsessed with it. I literally stayed up. I remember I stayed up like till 7 a.m. one night. And I was just taking notes on everything that he was saying. I started watching more videos on social media marketing, what it was, how it works. So I tried social media marketing right off the bat. I got my first client in, I think it was April. It was at the end of April. Yep. I got my first client. It was $250 per month. It was a Mexican restaurant locally where I lived. I was going door to door. I was nervous. I didn't have any skills. I didn't have any real experience. And anytime you're getting free information from Google and YouTube, there's only so much you can know, and you don't really have a system or a structure behind it. Anyways, I tried that. After 2 months, I failed. I gave up on it because I just wasn't getting results. So I gave up on it. So I moved to Portland, and I was homeless in Portland for a bit. So that's another story. But anyways, I started college at PCC, Portland Community College, and this college was close to my the place that I lived. I lived in some apartments downtown Portland. It was an okay campus, but I hated it. I hated going to school. Anyways, I didn't even know I don't think I picked the major, if that's what it's called, but I just wanted psychology classes at the time. I was going to college because I knew that I wanted to be in sales. I just didn't want to admit that I wanted to be in sales. So I started taking some psychology classes just because I knew that it had to do with understanding people and how to work with them. So I started going for that, and I was terrible, man. I was terrible. I failed a few classes at the beginning. And then when the second term started, I don't even know how I made it through. Basically, I remember I was in a business class, and this lady it was like this big lady, and she was talking about, well, look at all these successful businesses. And, if you want, it was a business class, and supposedly a business class. And she was talking about, look at Apple, look at Amazon. How did they start? It popped in my head like, damn, like this lady is teaching us about business, but she's using successful businesses as people that we should look up to. And she herself doesn't have a business. So why is she teaching us about business? And I realized it was like the worst thing ever. Like, I'm paying money to go to college to learn things from people that never actually did the thing that they're teaching. And then it hit me hard, and I was like, dang, I'd rather be learning this stuff from people that have actually done it. I still had that entrepreneurship thing in me. I had tried my business a few months before that. I had tried it, it just didn't work out. But I still, in my head, I knew that I wanted to be in sales. I knew that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I just stopped going. I was failing like every class. I wasn't doing the homework. I wasn't studying for tests. I was doing horrible, so I just decided to stop going to school. And next thing I knew, I got some letters from PCC saying like, hey, like you owe this much money for not showing up or failing the classes or whatever. Anyways, that happened. So I started working at Sprint. I remember the same day I decided to drop out of college, officially. I called my mom and I just told her, hey, I decided I'm gonna drop out of college. And she was very disappointed. I was in Portland. She was back home in Washington. She was very disappointed. And, she said that I'm making a big mistake. I don't know what I'm doing. which is understanding. At the time I was a little disappointed in what she was saying to me, but I understand it now. They care for you. They want you to, do something that's more safe. But I just, in my head, I knew like I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to start my own business. So same day I decided I wanted a job out of college, I told myself I'm never going to look back again. And after that, I didn't have an exact plan. I'm not going to lie to you and say that I knew what I wanted. I knew how I was going to do it. I took the right route, because that's not how it happened. Actually, when I dropped out of college, what happened was I was working at Sprint at the time, but I just increased my hours at Sprint. That's where I was doing sales, and I was one of the top reps. And I started doing very good there, but that was my life. I was just working. I was working from 12 p.m. to 9 p.m. I was just contemplating a lot of times, like, am I doing the right thing? Like, I know I can be doing more with my life, because I was making about $2,000 to $3,000 a month, and for me that was like good. I was paying my bills. I was good, but eventually it hit me, and I'm like, dude, I need to be doing more. So when I quit Sprint, I went to work at 24 Hour Fitness. I hated that. I worked there for 30 days. I quit. And then I started entrepreneurship about on September 7th is the day that I quit. September 7th of 2018. I used my last paycheck. I remember I used my last paycheck, and I've talked about this, but I used my last paycheck to buy a course on social media marketing. And that's when my life changed after that. I started my own business eventually. It took me about a few months to make some money. That's where everything happened. And I realized like I was so obsessed with sales, even working at Sprint, even if I was working for someone else and I was still doing like employee tasks, I was still an employee, I was still just selling phones. I was obsessed with sales, and I was obsessed with learning. And I started learning all these characteristic traits within myself of like, dang, I like learning. I'm a leader. I'm enthusiastic. I'm excited. I'm good at sales. I'm good with people. And I started realizing how much potential I had. And I'm like, dang, like I have so much potential. I know that I'm going to succeed in something else that I do. And that's exactly what happened. As eventually I had success with my business. Now I've obviously helped so many other people achieve success with their own business. And it's funny, when I look back on that moment right now, if I would have never called my mom and made it official within us, within myself, within her, I would have still been going to school just to make my parents happy and just to feel like I was getting somewhere, right? Because when you see your friends and you're like, damn, they're going to college, like they're going to a nice university, they have good GPAs, like they're going to get far in life. It discourages you. If you don't have much going for you, like if you're working at Sprint like I was, and that's your only thing, you don't know exactly what you want out of life, it gets discouraging, it gets hard, and the thing was for me, like the reason I decided to go in the route of sales and start my own business was because I looked at the most successful people in the world, and I analyzed them through YouTube and Google, and I asked myself, what do they all have in common? And the one thing they all had in common was that a lot of them had sales experience. They started with sales. They were heavy in sales, or the sales was their main thing. Everything involved selling. So I told myself, like, if I drop out of college, my mission will be to become the best at sales like I can become. And it's just weird. I'm getting like the chills just saying this right now, because I literally remember this moment just like it was yesterday. But I remember just sitting in front of my desk in my dorm or my little apartment, whatever it was. And I was telling myself, like, if I drop out of college, I'm going to devote my life to sales. And at the time, like I said, I was already kind of obsessed with sales. I wanted to learn it. So I just started watching more videos. I started reading more books, and I just wanted to learn more sales. And it was just always my passion. And it's crazy to think of now, like everything in my life is revolved around sales still. And I still see it being revolved around sales for the next few years, for as long as I can, actually, probably as long as I die. And it's kind of amazing, because if I would have never taken that jump, I would have never been in the shoes that I'm in right now, which is my life is great. I'm literally living my dream life, and my clients are doing great. And the one thing that I would tell you, if you're contemplating dropping out of college, or contemplating like if you're going for the right reasons, you only have one life. You only have one life. You're not going to get it back. Chances are, if you're going to college and you're not happy going to college, it's probably because you're not going for a specific thing. And from my perspective, I'm glad I tried college, because I'm someone that I can't listen to what people tell me. I have to try it for myself. Even if people tell me like, hey, you have to go to college, or don't go to college, it's a bad idea, I can't live my life in a good mental state if I listen to what everyone else tells me. So I like to try things out. So if I were you and you're stuck in college and you don't like it and you want to be an entrepreneur, or you want to do something else, I would say try it out. Maybe try it like a month or two, if that. And you can feel it. It's an internal feeling. You can feel it, like, dang, am I doing the right thing? Am I going here for the right reasons? And if you feel like you're not, then don't force it. Don't try to make your parents happy. Don't try to impress your friends. Don't try to fit in with the crowd. Just focus on you. If you really have some strong determination, you are driven, you are serious about succeeding, even if you don't know what you want to succeed with. If you just know you want to make a lot of money, you want to be successful, and you want to have your own freedom, just go for something. Like I started with Sprint as my first sales job, And from there, even though I dropped out of college and I risked it, I still stuck to my guns. And eventually I used that sales skill to start my online business, and I started selling more stuff, right? And everything was just like a perfect loop the way it worked out. But just don't try to go to impress your friends or make your family happy, because I guarantee you, like, it's just not sustainable. It's not a sustainable feeling. Like, if you're going to college for someone else, or just to make others happy, like, it's not going to be sustainable. And when you're doing things because it makes you happy and you're passionate about it, that's where you're going to find more sustainability. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, for me, like, my parents, they're Mexican, like my family's Mexican, like they grew up, my dad didn't graduate high school. My mom, she went to some college, but it was like barely, she didn't graduate from college. But like they wanted me to be the first person that goes through college, and I didn't want that. And it's the normal. It's like Mexican parents, especially, like they're not gonna realize how much opportunity there is out there. Like entrepreneurs nowadays, starting your own business, like they're not gonna understand that still. It's not so normal still. So a lot of them are gonna tell you, like, you need to go to college, but the truth is you don't. Like, I'm a testimony to it. There's so many more people that are a testimony to maybe starting your own online business, or maybe just going for something that isn't normal. And like I said, when you just stick to your guns and you trust your gut instinct, like, you're gonna do the right thing, and you're gonna be happy that you did it, even if you go through failures, even if you make some mistakes, even if you have some setbacks. At the end of the day, if you're doing what you know you want to do, you're gonna feel fulfilled. And that's really what's more important, is feeling fulfilled, which is knowing that you're doing something that you should be doing, rather than temporarily feeling happy. Because happiness, it's a feeling, it's an emotion, and it comes and goes. When you're fulfilled, it stays there. But yeah, that was pretty much it with my journey from dropping out of college. And hopefully this can, I guess, relate to some of you if you're in the same boat right now, or if you're struggling to know if you should drop out or not. I'm not telling you to drop out or stay with college. What I would say from my perspective is just try it out. If you don't like it, if you're not going for the right reasons, don't be afraid to take a jump and do something else. Like I said, even if you don't know what you're doing, it's still a good thing to just experiment with life. If you're young, especially, like, there's not much you can lose. There really is not. This has been it for this video. If you want to book a one-on-one call with myself, or watch a free training, just watch or click the link down below and watch the training on there. And also, if you want to join the Facebook group, or even follow me on Instagram or Facebook, I'm very active on there. So if you want to connect, just feel free to shoot me a message. I'll have my Instagram right there, and I'll have it down below in the description as well. But yeah, besides that, this has been it for this video, and I'll see you in the next one.